somewhere in that engine bay, well, I see two options here. Somewhere in that engine bay is a nut and a fixing, a fastener, to which the nut screws into, that has come from the bodywork of this motorbike, this Triumph Tiger XRT, when I changed the air filter, which was like open heart surgery. That's the first option. The second option is, in that engine bay is a wormhole to another universe. A wormhole to another universe where that nut and the fastener have just disappeared. I've looked everywhere and cannot find it. I cannot find both of them. I just cannot find them. Unbelievable. Such a complicated bodywork on these adventure bikes. Plastic work everywhere with nuts and bolts everywhere. No wonder it costs a fortune to service them. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How the hell are you? My name is Richard. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not asking you to marry me or give me your daughters. Blues Brothers. The original Blues Brothers. Give me your daughters. Sell me your daughters. That was it. That was it. So I'm on my way to the Potteries Motorcycle Centre to look for a new bike, on the understanding Rachel Reeves, our Chancellor in the UK, is shuffling her feet towards the IMF, the International Monetary Fund organisation, which makes me nervous about the value of any savings that I may have. Let's go for a ride. Oh yeah. No, I don't need that. I've always liked, visor down, I've always liked these flip helmets. They're absolutely great. If you've never tried one, you might want to try one. They are a bit noisy, yeah? They're much more noisier than the full face helmet that is not a flip helmet. Go and try one. I do like them. Okie dokie dokie. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the last video or videos, I changed the air filter and I didn't show it because it was horrendous. When I took the bike apart to get to the air filter, it looked like it had been in an accident. And then when I came to put it back together, having lost one screw and a fastener, I'd also got screws left over. My nuts are bleeding. Why is it that when you take your bike apart, that you always end up with spare nuts and bolts? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely crazy. Anyway. Yeah, so based on my experience of changing the air filter on this Triumph Tiger, and the simplicity element just is not there, I can understand why people send their bikes in and pay, I don't know, £300 for a service. I can understand it. The pain of getting these panels off and getting the tank out and then undoing the air box and everything was just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. However, it's done now. So I'm wondering about trading this in and maybe getting a 4-cylinder. I'm not going as camping as much. I'm doing rides like this, simple rides out to Wales and things like that. If I need to go camping, I can always put roll bags on the back of the bike. I don't need all this luggage. If I go over to Europe, I can survive with just a roll bag if I'm going in hotels, which we often do when Mark and Charlie and myself go away abroad. Nothing's yet arranged for this year, 2026. It is June 2026 as I'm recording this. So, just a roll bag with a few pairs of underpants, a couple of t-shirts, a few pairs of socks. Wash them on the way as you travel around on 10 days worth of touring, and that's all you need. Pair of jeans, a nice shirt for going out in the evening, maybe a pair of shorts and a pair of trainers, toothbrush, all that kind of thing. That's all you need. Live like a minimalist. Ooh. Absolutely beautiful out here. Swinnerton, Staffordshire. They often have cameras around this corner. So let's just suck it and see. Do the 30 mile an hour. And you should be doing 30 mile an hour. This is where they stop. Ah, maybe it's because of these traffic lights that they're not out. He's out on his bike. Oh, visor up. Yeah, so I'm thinking of getting rid of the Triumph Tiger and the GSX 1400 and just getting one bike, a nice 4-cylinder that's simple, that I can just easily change the air filter and just stabilize myself as as Rachel Reeves goes begging to the IMF to get the UK out of its verging bankruptcy. Now, I'm no economist, but that tells me that inflation will rise and that the cost of a bike, maybe let's say it's £10,000 today, as an example. Inflation will rise, and so subsequently the price of that bike might have to rise to, let's say, 12,000. And in the same breath, if I didn't spend the 10,000 that was in my bank account, that 10,000 would reduce in value, purchasing power. So I may as well go and buy an object, any object. And the object that we're talking about is a motorcycle. So, having got the GSX 1400 in 2025, brought it back to life, having that been in a barn for 24 years and only 2,200 miles on it, I brought it back to life, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. You could say that I might as well keep that. And that might be an option, actually. I am trying to sell it at the moment, but no one's taking. I think everybody's worried. I think everybody's worried about the current financial situation of the UK. And I understand that. I do understand it. But no one's taking, no one's messaging, no one's nothing. Not even low ball offers. Not even low ball offers. Oh. Are you having the same problem? Are you trying to sell your bike? Have you had any offers? I mean, she's a lovely bike. She truly is. I've put 800 miles on her. She's now got 3,000 miles on her. And she's lovely. Actually, am I trying to persuade myself to just keep that? But I would like a new bike. I'm very, very tempted by the Kawasaki Z900 RS. Very, very tempted. A nice 4-cylinder. Super smooth. Over the last years, over the last sort of 10 years, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody's gone on to twins and triples, not unlike this particular Triumph Tiger. And 4-cylinders seem to be... The sales of 4-cylinders seems to have slowed down. Correct me if I'm wrong. But everybody seems to like these twin 270-degree crank engines. And that's absolutely fine. And some of these bikes are super economical. I mean, the GSX 1400 does 45 miles per gallon. But to be fair, you know, if you've got a Sunday or an evening bike and you don't go touring, that kind of bike at 45 miles per gallon is fine. You know, if you go touring, I can understand that, like this bike will do over 60 miles per gallon. And that's important when you're touring. Can I sneak in? Yeah. It is important when you're touring. I do understand that. Oh. So I think I'm going to go and have a ride on the Z900 again. Yeah. And just see what she's like. That said, this Triumph Tiger's fantastic. But, you know, it's June now and the three of us still haven't committed to a tour abroad, be that in the Pyrenees or the Alps. We still haven't committed. So that tells me that we might not be going. I know that there are issues from a medical perspective with the guys. Let's just pull it round here. There are issues with the guys and all that kind of thing. Oh, before I go, don't forget to order your Ayuchi stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. These are brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. This is the C3 Plus. Less than £100. Go in the description. Click on the links. June 2026, you get 25% off using my code Richard25. No one's buying anything, even Ayuchi screens. Oh, they're certainly not buying anything from my simple channel. Hope you enjoyed the ride. I shall see you very soon. Ride safely. Bye-bye.